Okay, so we're back, or I'm back, with another accent feedback video. Um, not too much information from this user, so here we go.
Hello, everyone. So I was actually on ChatGPT asking for any tips on how to improve my American accent. At some point, I asked if there was some way for me to get feedback on my accent.
Okay, so this is good that now we know you're going for an American accent. We're going to re-listen to that first part again. I'm hearing mainly some problems with the vowels, but I'll try to make that more explicit in just a second.
Hello, everyone. So I was actually on ChatGPT
Actually, I'm kind of okay. Hold on.
on ChatGPT. So I was actually on.
I'm kind of hearing actually instead of actually. I'm hearing sh instead of ch. I'm hearing actually, but I'd expect to hear actually.
So I was actually on ChatGPT.
And there's on. I'm kind of hearing on. Um, instead of on. I'm hearing on. I believe that's a problem with the consonant, not the vowel. I think the vowel might be fine, but I want n instead of this on, no. I want n.
Asking for.
And yeah, so I'm hearing that nasality again with um. Oh, so there, right there, you can compare and contrast, right? I'm kind of hearing but but most native speakers of English in the United States would kind of go
For any tips on how to improve
Yeah, so once again
my American accent at some.
And I'm also hearing American instead of American. American accent instead of American.
Point I asked if there was some way for me to an accent. At some point I asked.
Okay, and also you can drop consonants, where you can drop word final consonants in some cases. However, I don't think this is one of those cases. So when you're saying with the word point, I want to hear the t.
An accent. At some point I asked if there was some way for me to get feedback on my accent, and it actually recommended me this subreddit.
Okay, and then on the th sound with this, I'm hearing this on this subreddit. So I'm hearing a z, but we want the. So I tend to recommend people to put their tongue between their teeth, and then you make that fricative sound, the, instead of z.
This subreddit, and it's crazy because I had been looking.
Okay, also because I'm here kind of hearing because, but I want because instead of is. So I'm hearing but I want
And it's crazy because I had been looking for, some way for me to get somebody else.
Also on the t, this is very minor, but
some way for me to get.
I'm hearing two, but I want two. Almost. So I don't know your native language, and perhaps I'll make a judgment about that later on. But it's almost sounding like a palatalized, which happens in Russian and I guess maybe Portuguese. But yeah, I'm kind of hearing two instead of two.
Some way for me to get somebody else's opinion on it. And I had been on apps like Tandem.
And then I'm kind of hearing apps, which okay. So there are variations of American English where that's fine. In fact, I know many people who speak like that. However, I'd say the most standard variant of American English, you'd want to say and instead of and. So I want and instead of that you're doing.
It's somebody else's opinion on it. And I had been on apps like Tandem. But I think that they're not like really honest with you so that they don't hurt your feelings. And
yeah, so I'm hearing a lot of dropped consonants, like they don't hurt your feelings.
So that they don't hurt your feelings.
I'm like barely hearing the hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hearing hurt. They don't hurt your feelings. I want to hear more of these word final consonants.
And now I'm looking for honest reviews on my accent because I want to have like an American accent as I work.
Yeah, and then once again, though this time it sounds like you said the vowel differently, perhaps, but I'm hearing American almost.
Have like an American accent.
American. but I want American. American.
Then, as I work as an interpreter, and I can notice some differences between
Notice. No, that's fine.
me
Well,
and
maybe not.
differences, and I can notice some
Notice. No, that's fine.
differences between me and
Okay, that again
me and the people I work. Differences between
between. I'm kind of hearing between, we, but I want we. So it's overly nasalized. I'm hearing we, but I want we between instead of between. So I hope you can hear that difference.
me and the people I work with. So I'll very much appreciate your advice and mostly your ratings. I want to know how American I sound, like from 1 to 10. I do know that I have a foreign accent, but I want to improve it. So thank you very much.
Okay, cool. So I'm not a big fan of 1 to 10 ratings, so I won't give you one. But I will give you, I guess, honest feedback, which is what I tend to do. I think I'm pretty good at being honest. So I do think you're a Portuguese speaker. Perhaps you can tell me if I'm right or not. Mainly because of these the nasalizations. Because from my perspective, when I think of Portuguese, I do think of the l and the ow and all those nasal vowels. So in general, okay, how do I think you sound? Well, so comprehensive in terms of comprehensibility, you sound fine. I can understand everything you're saying without question. You sound distinctly foreign, as you mentioned. It's not terribly thick. It's not thick to a point where as soon as I hear you, I know where you're from. But I'm pretty confident you're a Portuguese speaker. I'd say with like 85 to 90% confidence. So yeah, mainly I would say denasalizing a lot of these sounds I think would help you out. I'm hearing kind of nasalization where it doesn't belong, as I've mentioned throughout this little recording. And then yeah, just some of the consonants were a little funny, like the English the, which is a kind of unique weird sound. So that consonant was a little messed up, and then some of the vowels that are relatively unique to American English or English in general, like the vowel. I'd say to go work on that. But in general, I think you sound decent. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck.